Yo, I'm something like a white bitch crossed with a hood rat, wrapped in a cute little black boy body. Yo, I hop on the beat and let them know how I'm about it, cause I know bum bitches out there wanna die. I'm something like a white bitch crossed with a hood rat, wrapped in a cute little black boy body. Yo, I hop on the beat and let them know how I'm about it, cause I know bum bitches out there wanna die. But how real is your fame if they don't throw shade? How real is your hustle if you don't get paid? I'm like, shit, I was a time, even back in the struggle. That nigga be catching checks, but that nigga, he said I talk a lot of shit for a bundle of sticks. Told him to light a flame and see how big the flame get. From Philly to LA, they think I'm a pirate. Swear it's no problem wherever I slide through. See me on deck, know that it's just a fly through. Do not be upset if I don't reply to you. I was looking, just not trying to find you like really. You thought you were trying to find you like really.
All right, so what's up, fam? It's your boy, Anye Elite here. Episode of the commentary. That's not really a commentary because we're not going to be doing like all of the crazy politics and all that kind of stuff or whatnot. And this is actually, technically, if I have to be honest, more of a Palm Springs block report, a little bit of a little moment like that. I do want to say, before we go ahead and introduce our guest today, that I don't validate the things, everything that they say or express does not necessarily reflect what we support here at Icon Cities. And so I just want people to know that our guest here is sharing their unique personal experience.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be back.
I'm happy that you're here as well. Let me do that again. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Because I was going to
So our guest today is Tyre. Welcome back. He was here with us at our Untitled Palm Springs podcast test pilot launch situation. Shout out to Josh, aka Normally High, who was holding it down with us. Definitely hope that they return soon. So anyway, but you are here and we're going to get into it. What I was trying to say earlier though is that the thoughts and feelings expressed by any of our guests do not necessarily reflect the thoughts and standards of
IconCityNews.com.
Because obviously we want everyone to feel like this is an inclusive space, and so that's for guests and viewers. This is for people to be able to say what they want. Okay, so say what you want in the comments, just don't direct it at me, and say what you want, because this is a safe space.
And just don't direct it at you.
And just don't direct it at me. Exactly.
How are you?
I'm doing good. We're getting ready for that summer season here where everything is going to slow down, and it has been a long year for me. So I'm excited about the summer break.
Yeah. So we're coming up on summer break as well.
Also, I understand you had a birthday recently. Happy belated birthday.
Thing.
What did you do?
I went out for drinks here in Palm Springs with some people, and then I went up to West Hollywood. It was their Pride weekend with some friends, and we did that. Came back. My birthday was Friday, so I did all of that on Friday. Did the weekend in West Hollywood. Came back Sunday, brunched again, and finished my birthday weekend out. And then I'm here.
I love that.
It was long. It felt like a very long weekend.
I love that.
But we lived.
Honestly, most of the time I lead with all the topics and everything, and so we're gonna get to. I don't know. It's like, okay, I'm very reluctant to offer you a beverage, and it is typically you get the best interviews and conversations when someone is relaxed.
Okay.
But I just feel like it's not what to do right now. And it's 2:30. I'm gonna have a glass of wine.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get into the topics, and we're gonna have a real honest conversation about why you are the way that you are. In response to that, let's just talk about the boys. Let's just start talking about the boys. I want to go right into it. So,
the boys. What do you want to know about the boys?
Okay, well, let's just start with where is there to go, because we were trying to figure out like where to go on a date. I think you have a date coming up, right? We were talking about sometime. I don't know exactly when. You don't have to be specific about that, but Like, where is there to go? So for everyone that doesn't live in Palm Springs or spend time here, we have one strip of like gay bars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And most gay people in the city literally do that every weekend. Some do it every day.
Every
And
day.
so we talk about what are we going, but have you ever been to a date on arenas?
Have I ever been on a date on arenas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I do I prefer a date on arenas? No. And that's just because for me, I do. And I think it's the older I get into like understanding like more of what I enjoy in a man or like what the qualities are. Those are the kind of men I enjoy to surround myself with, and they're much older than myself.
So you're saying that older guys that you deal with are less interested in the bars scene? Because I find the bar scene, I find it to mostly be older guys there too.
Yeah, there are older guys. That's just the population here in
Yeah.
Palm Springs. Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
So what's your
think
favorite? What's your favorite date? What's your favorite date spot?
on arenas or off arenas?
You say you've never been to a date on arena.
No, I did not say that.
Okay, sorry. Well,
I.
all right, let's move this conversation along.
Yes, I've been on a date on arenas. I've been to Black Book. Black Book is really super tasty. It's it's actually one of my favorite restaurants here in Palm Springs.
I love
enjoy the
Black
food,
Book.
for sure.
I love Black Book. Let's give a little shout out to Black Book and Dean, their proprietor, very nice guy, supporter of Icon City and Brothers of the Desert. So we really appreciate him for that. Actually, there's this us being the Brothers of the Desert doing a slide out on the patio or whatever. But anyway, okay, so you like Black Book, and Black Book is a good date place because it is a bar, but it's also a restaurant. There's seating. It looks. You may want to put a little thought into your clothes when you go there, because I think it was so frustrating.
I've
here.
definitely gone there not caring about what I was wearing.
Yeah. No,
for
you don't
sure.
have to.
For sure.
You don't.
No,
I mean, you don't have
go
to
there.
anywhere here, unfortunately. I think that's a problem. But
but no, okay, so off of arenas, my favorite date spot might be, oh my gosh, it's difficult because I work in hospitality, so I default to one of our locations, but I'm gonna play a bias card here.
Okay.
And I think my favorite, if I've gone on many dates, might be might have been to Copley's. I've been to Copley's. It's right across from Cheeky's in Palm Springs. Literally the restaurant across the street, not the Japanese restaurant.
Okay. Yeah, no, I could see their signage because I would say
Yeah.
I would have pronounced it differently, but I'm saying
How
there
would you
is
have
not
pronounced
a.
it?
I would have said Copley's, but there's not a E. Is it COPL, right? It's not COPEL.
Truthfully, I have no
Okay,
idea.
well, anyway, Copley's, Copley's,
I
whatever.
have no idea.
Them, okay. Alrighty. And I love Cheekies, actually.
Shout out to Cheekies.
I don't want people to think that I have an issue with people older than myself, okay? Like I do not have an issue. No, I get that, and that was, I think, some of the
You don't like
feedback
older
from
men?
to date.
To date.
So
If you were a single man,
if I were a single man,
would you date an older man?
so it's very interesting, right? Because I feel like younger me would have said yes sooner.
Okay.
And then the older I get, what is older than the older that I am? What are we talking about at this point? So
Wait,
that's what happened.
You have a man. Is your man older than you?
No,
Oh, you're older than him.
same age.
Oh, you're the same
Actually,
age.
I'm older by a couple months.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Okay, cute.
Yeah, and I think how I ideal like love and family and relationship and stuff like that was like a lot of like this homogenous in a lot of different ways. We're the same race, we're the same age, we're from the same place. Our parents went to high
So
school
you're
together.
basically like brothers.
Yeah, a lot of people say that of
Really?
us, which I think is interesting because I don't necessarily know if they do that to other couples who I would say dress and look and act and are as similar as Rob and I. So, but no, I mean, we just here to talk about it. That's all. We just talking about it. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing about nothing, honey. We just talking about it. Okay.
Well, I do love me an older man.
Okay.
Definitely.
And has that always been the case, or
you want to know where I think it comes from? And I swear, if my parents ever see this, I think it's because my dad was, and I'm really gonna blame it on daddy issues. And I know people are like, yeah, I have daddy issues, I have daddy issues. I think not everybody, anyone who didn't grow up without a father has daddy issues. Was my father always absent? No. But was he absent for what I feel like were the most traumatizing years? Yes. And I always feel like I look for that type of relationship because when I worked in medicine, I worked in geriatrics. So I always bonded very well with the older folk.
yeah, I mean, you make a great point there. Like, I will say, in my non-romantic life, like a lot of my closest people are even outside of family. I think there's that. I was raised by my grandfather, so
Really?
so yeah, so I get the like that connection, and sometimes and it got bad to a certain point because I would like the oldies and stuff. Yeah, you were asking me about Janet Jackson.
Yes.
And
You
that
said you wasn't that old.
I said that's what I said. That's what I said because I am not. And it's so funny. Also, I wasn't raised by my father, and so there was no. I didn't grow up with like Janet Jackson being that girl for anybody. Because that girl, then you're that girl for the gays, and then you.
But
Right,
you knew
into
Michael
success.
Jackson because that's your grandfather. Probably is.
Well, more not even
Okay,
Sam
but you listen to Sam
Cooke.
Cooke.
Yeah, that
so
kind
that's
of
my
stuff.
father.
Okay.
When he was present.
Okay.
Mhm.
So your grandfather is your no, that's you said your father when he
My
was present.
father.
Is your father older? Was your father older than like the average age of
No.
your parents' father? Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think my parents are relatively young compared to everybody else.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm lying because I might just be talking about my mom. My mom.
You might be talking about your. Well, it happens like that a
Because
lot.
my dad is old. So my dad might be 64.
Okay.
My mom just turned 50.
Okay. Yeah. So that's about And so when you asked about the Janet thing yesterday, I'm like, I'm not that. Like people
You're
who come,
not that what?
people come. I'm not that old, so people, and I don't have that connection necessarily with the people. Janet's just a good example. I don't have that. Like I don't remember my parents loving them. I don't recall. It was just always for like a different group of like people. So it was like saying Janet. I'm like, but Aaliyah, you're saying Janet. I'm like, but Beyonce, you're saying Janet. But I was like it was just so many, and all these people. I think Sierra's probably like a similar age. I think me and Sierra might be. Probably look it up. But you can tell that she idolized Janet.
Yes.
But she grew up probably with like
mom figure
Exactly.
that was obsessed with Janet Jackson.
Exactly.
For sure.
Tangent back to so we left Arena's favorite date spot in Palm Springs.
Copley.
I guess that's where you should go on your next date. Or how many
So
times
no,
can you have a
I-
favorite house? Is it
no.
okay to have a favorite date spot
It is
or
not-
like
I
no,
don't have a favorite. I don't think because I feel like I've gotten so many beautiful dates because I've dated a lot.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me back that up.
It's
I've
okay to
been-
that you
yes.
date a lot, so we're just gonna have
Yes.
to.
But when I
move
say
past
date a lot,
that.
I've gone on many dates. I don't necessarily say I've dated people.
Well,
I
no,
just
we're
put on
gonna.
many
Well, in order for us to get into all the stuff, we as much as we can. We definitely need to acknowledge that. I'm sure you were popping where you come from. What was that? That's New York, right?
Yeah.
New York,
We'll
upstate
leave
New
it
York.
just in New York.
Shout out to New York.
Shout out to New York.
Shout out to New York. So I'm sure you're popping in New York.
Yeah.
But also,
I'm a popular girl.
I think you would say like you experience your. What did you say? Sought after here in Palm
I'm
Springs.
popular for sure.
Okay. So yeah. So I guess for dates that you now okay.
Okay, what you got? I'm
Do you
definitely-
ever consider
Okay.
popularity and the way that you have so much incoming attention. Do you think that at all compromises your ability to think about what it is that you like or would pursue, because so much of your energy is dealing with the people who pursue you?
Definitely. I feel, you know how like when Beyonce go to Prague, or maybe even Paris, and it's just like a whole like, it's like a whole flood of just like throngs of like fans and stuff.
That's how you feel?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Okay. My friend is popular, but my friend is also Delulu a lot.
I could be Delulu.
Delulu a lot as well.
Yes.
But hell,
no,
I mean,
let me tell you.
I don't know a place to be Delulu other than Palm
Let me
Springs,
tell you,
so.
I am very popular, and it's annoying because I really didn't ask for it, and it followed me where I go, because even like at work, she's a popular girl, and the dating scene, I literally have to stay inside to avoid just the chaos that is the world outside, and.
Okay, so they be on your body.
Very like COVID was in 2019 before the vaccine came out. Very
excuse
like
me.
to you, stuck with you for.
Okay,
No.
and the people here can be very like persistent, and
They're very when
very
they want
persistent about what they
something,
want.
yes.
They don't care if you got a man or not.
Really don't.
Listen, they go be.
I can understand because I'm really pretty, and I get that. Like I would chase me too, but
If I was a bad bitch, I would slut me too.
sorry.
Dare you. Anyways, where were we?
We were actually talking about Rihanna and her new haircare line.
Okay. Alrighty. So we're gonna get back to dating in Palm Springs and you being so popular and all of that stuff. We're gonna take a break for that and talk about Rihanna's haircare line, which I only saw the headline for.
On the haircare?
Yeah. Because I do have a thought. I do have thoughts about it. Like I saw the headline, and so off the headline, my thought is, like, damn girl, can't somebody else eat?
Let no bitch know.
Can
She
somebody
want
else
every
eat?
crumb, okay?
Can somebody else eat? And then why? Like, I thought that way about Beyonce hairline too. Honestly, like we could have just let Tracy Ellis Ross like the lead of that. Like, and I don't. And we'll see if Rihanna can do what. Rihanna can do what she did for skincare.
I think she
and care. We can see, but
she took it to. She went from skincare to. No, she went from makeup to skincare to lingerie to lingerie. And men's ain't doing too good, but the women's just eating.
You know, listen. I like
Women Fenty is eating.
I wear Savage Fenty pajamas. I use Fenty skincare.
I don't anymore.
When
Rihanna, if you can give me some, please send me some.
When I do play with a couple pigments, I do go ahead and use Fenty makeup.
She just dropped. Did you see the new drop that she did?
The tinted moisturizer?
Yes. Do you use that?
I do not use that.
I want you to get it first.
Okay. I'm feeling like.
I feel like I can ask her for it. I'm gonna at you in this, girl. Please. Look at this skin. You started this. I got this from your skin. And then you got expensive. So if you want to add me to the packaging list, I would appreciate it.
All right, and that was a direct plea to
my girl Riri.
To
For
motherfucking Riri. And we are back.
Hello.
Okay, alrighty. So popular. Where we're talking about it. And I guess, how long have you been here again?
I've been in Palm Springs. I got in Palm Springs maybe 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years in October.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, because you had a list of stories and stuff, right?
Yeah. Gotta get my tea.
Give me the whatever one was going to be about. The one who needed to tell you that he informed you that he was gonna.
Oh, so that guy. I was talking to this guy earlier today, and we were just talking about just doing what you do when you meet a boy for a 5th time naked.
Yes.
So it's very much that kind of jam.
And I guess some people might think that like, you need to be. I guess it's what you do the 5th time that you hang out with a person naked. What do you do different on the 4th time than you do on the 5th time?
Maybe you do it the 4th and the 5th time. I didn't say I wasn't doing it.
Okay.
I didn't say what we were doing this time didn't happen already.
You're way too old for bases, or do you play baseball? Are there bases?
Me and bases, yes, they work. So I was recently hanging out.
Do you remember what the question was? Because I felt like or what you were going to say, because you could just continue.
So differently that I think the 4th time and the 3rd time. No, that's not what we're talking about. Oh. Yes. Can I have the question repeated? I don't remember the question. Okay, can you run the question back? I thought I answered it already though. I definitely did.
What's what?
Marijuana. Oh no, not in the back of my head. Please, producer, because she was struggling today by herself without you. What are you saying, man? You're saying you're not saying something, which is the issue.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything.
I think that's where the issue lies. You're not communicating your needs.
No, I'm not. And I think it was to slow me down to do so. I'm not like trying to.
Yeah.
You said what? I never agree. I understand that. But my feelings are valid too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I can be a bit lower.
They added the mic to the front.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go higher.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
A little bit higher. Oh, just kidding.
Right
Oh,
there. Right there.
Yeah, you're good. There you go.
Okay, so anyway, my original question was that do you think being so popular slows down your ability to really genuinely seek out people that you like?
No, because I don't think. No, because I think, maybe it does. I guess I've never really thought of that. That's a good question. I've never really asked myself.
I guess the reason why I asked is because like I had an epiphany like that at a time and thought that if I kept only entertaining the people who
We're just there.
and making the effort to like come into my space, like is it a different experience than like someone that I go up to and say like, hey, like that. So I always wondered about that. But yeah, so we played the dating game on the last episode. We talked about financials. We talked about height. We talked about a lot of like superficial things, right? I get the impression that you are enjoying your popularity. But I wonder.
if that text message I sent you the other day about me being in my feelings or something, for sure. I do sometimes feel like being popular is definitely an issue, right? Because you can't like, because everyone's because everyone makes this narrative about you. They believe this sort of because that's who you that's what you visually project, right? And I don't know, I carry myself really nicely. I don't like to go out looking like a slum on a log.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm trying to get to in this portion is like, what is the deeper parts of you? Are you seeking a relationship, or are you?
I would love a monogamous relationship.
Okay.
Let me tell you what I mean by monogamy. Okay, I guess I can call it. I would love a relationship. I would love something that meant something to me. I would love something that meant something to somebody else. And you know how people had, oh, that's my person, or that's my thing, or that's my, what do people call their things? Their person, right?
Yeah.
To have a person would be great. I also feel like I have a lot of just, I wouldn't say trust issues because that's cliche, but in a sense of just being like, it would take a lot for me to want like a monogamous relationship these days because I feel like men are so like conniving. I don't want to call men, people in general, because
Yeah.
I always feel
Yeah.
pretty open to
that.
happiness. But yeah, I would love something that meant something more than an appearance or sex.
And do you feel any closer to that in these last 3 years?
So if you're asking me if I'm saying something without asking me if I'm saying someone,
You know what? No, I think, quite frankly, the point is that you're always seeing people.
I'm always seeing someone.
Okay, and so the question is, in those people, do you ever find yourself? Are you? Have you felt close to seeing someone that you could
Be with.
Be with, yeah.
Or like my partner, like my person, I think.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I don't think I've met, and it's really sad because I feel like I've had a lot of deep relationships here in the desert with people over the course of 3 years, right? I met a lot of men. Nice men, mean men, just not for me men, I'm not for them men, like all types. And I always remember being like, oh, this is it. Just kidding. Oh, this is it. Oh, just kidding. And then it's just, oh, I guess you can't really rush it. I just want something that's more like authentic, and I feel like I looked for it for so long, and I didn't really let it just organically unravel or happen.
Okay. So you're in your era now where you feel
I'm
like
in an organic era.
Okay.
I'm in just like let things flow. Don't expect anything. Don't rush anything. Because when you start to expect things and rush things, you don't really get those long-term goals achieved.
Okay.
I think those are my personal experiences.
Okay. How I see it is,
How you see it, boo?
I see it as that I believe people should have qualifiers, and I think some people think it's
Like a roster.
not like a roster, like you can your qualifiers could lead to a roster, and you have a roster of people who are qualified, then that can work out. But I think that you gonna have to just be like clear on what you want, and it's not necessarily, because I think some people think it's like immature to do the whole list thing, like this is I want him to be this, I want him to be that. It's not, and I'm not saying like are going to
just let anybody in the wall.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that you like not going to be like hard, like that you're not going to be like that somebody can't come along and make you like negotiate these ideas. But if you're going into it without any like this is like the parameter, then I think it's I think that could be an issue. And I think that some of the folks out here, and I guess, wait, where's my direct camera? I think some of the folks out here could stand to be a little bit conscious about the life they live and the experiences that they were able to have, and what that means to occupy space and time in a person who's still developing their life and hasn't had those experiences and whatnot. And so just because it's illegal, really ask yourself, am I doing the right thing by this, or am I exploiting someone, or am I? Anyway, I'm just saying, ask yourself the question. That's all. Anyways,
Con City, ayo, Nash, still at the bar looking classy. Yeah, I'm at the gala, you in the Impala, bananas, pancake with the flip. He already know that I'm with the shiz. He call me Cookie, I'm his chocolate chip. Nash, still at the bar looking classy. Yeah.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. You went to WeHo Pride,
Yeah.
which is not in technical Pride Month, and then the Pride here is not in Pride Month. It isn't in.
It was the second.
Oh, it's the second. Oh wow.
Yeah, because my birthday was last Friday.
Oh, last Friday.
Yeah, the 31st.
Oh, that was really recent.
That was very recent.
Oh my God. I have no text messages or anything. Like
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna text you.
I'm coming
Can
down here
I
for
tell you
the
about
birthday.
this?
And
Can I tell you
yes, you can.
about, oh my gosh, I gotta tell you, and I gotta get y'all's input on this situation because I think it was shady, and it was definitely shady, but you tell me how you feel about it. I used to talk to this guy, we're gonna call him Bob, okay?
From?
Oh.
That's gonna be his nickname from now on.
No, no, and that is
Vroom. Okay,
nah.
okay.
This one we gonna call
You said Bob.
Bob. Yes,
Bob.
Bob, and Bob go with Josh. Bob go with a man named Josh. Okay. Nope, I lied. Bob go with a man named Antoine.
Okay, that sounds better. Okay, well, I hope
Bob go with a man
hope
named
we're
Antoine.
typecast. I hope we're going. I hope I can rely on these.
Yes, okay.
For people. Okay, Bob
So-
goes with Antoine.
Okay, Bob goes with Antoine. And to give y'all a much more clear perspective on this topic here and people that we talk about, wait for it.
So Bob is like one of those people that I was asking to just think about like what they do more, or was Bob? Okay, anyway, just tell me about Bob. Just get to it.
I'm getting to it.
Okay.
So I used to hang with Bob. A minute ago. Okay. A long time ago, me and Bob used to kick our literal feet up in the air.
Oh, you used to go to Bob. You are Antoine.
I'm sorry?
Are you Antoine?
I'm not Antoine.
Okay,
No.
you
Bob
used to
has
kick it
it
with Bob, and
I
Bob
used to kick
has
with Bob,
a.
and, Bob has an Antoine.
Bob, so you was kicking with Bob, and Bob
Yes,
has
and
Antoine.
I feel like Antoine
Okay.
might not do him justice. Let's give him a name like
Jesus.
Let's give him a name like Julius.
Julius. Okay.
I like Julius.
Okay.
Right? Just because
Bob and Julius.
Julius is for me. We don't get into it. But so I used to go with Bob,
You used to go with Bob.
like play.
You used to kick it with Bob.
We used
Like,
to kick it with
again,
Bob.
we got it. It's
Okay,
the
boom.
things aren't serious
Fast
relationship.
forward, there was never, y'all, when I tell you there was never nothing real, it was never nothing real. We didn't go on no dates and none of that kind of mess. We might have.
I was
come dinner
busting some
together.
nuts.
That's it.
That's it.
That
Okay.
was
All right,
it.
move on.
Okay, boom. Fast forward, Bob caught feelings because we was busting too many nuts.
Okay, Bob caught feelings. Okay.
I was like,
But you don't understand why Bob caught feelings because y'all wasn't doing.
We
The sex
were-
wasn't enough for. Sex is not enough for everybody to catch feelings. Everyone doesn't catch feelings off of
just
sex.
off of sex. But some people do, and you are respected if that is what you wish for. But you knew I wasn't looking for that. Okay, boom, pow. We gonna leave that.
Okay.
And then get to Bob is now with Julius. Julius and Bob are doing their own thing, whatever.
Okay, so
And
Julius didn't come into the picture until after you and Bob
after
had
we and
already
Bob
were
had
kicking in.
already kicked it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I wasn't with them.
Okay.
So I am at this party. Palm Springs is very pool party-ish for the gay band. We love it. We live for it. Everybody throw a pool party, pop out, boom. So I'm at this pool party, and Bob and Julius are there. Okay. I was out having a drink with a guy. This is a random guy. No, nothing. Just a little beverage. Okay. Did my hand touch his thigh at a point? I imagine it did because I might have had a couple drinks. But would my hand have touched his thigh if I didn't have a drink? Yes.
Oh, your hand touched Bob.
Nope, my hand was with the guy I was with. Was on the guy I was with. But Bob and Julius were at the restaurant.
Okay, Bob and Julius were at the restaurant.
Yes. So I fast forward. So they obviously saw me touch my guy. They run back to the pool party. This is fast forward, and that's all the way around, like a week and some change. And told everybody at the pool party they saw me on a date, hanging out with this guy, just had another thing. I was trying to get with Julius.
Okay.
Chaboom. Now y'all tell me, because I try to often understand what the point of that was, because I ain't do nothing to y'all people. I don't talk bad about y'all people. I don't care too much for y'all people, truthfully. But when my name get brought up into stuff, because y'all feel insecure because I didn't want you, doesn't I mean I'm popular, and I didn't ask for this life. I really didn't.
Well. Okay.
I really didn't ask for it.
So
I'm just asking the people, what was the point of that?
Yeah. Okay. So maybe I can try and help in like maybe like
go ahead.
rephrasing
Go
it.
try to justify it.
Well, I'm not trying to justify it. I think I'm trying to. I think tell the story first. Again, retell it.
I'm gonna sip my tea.
Only because I think I know a little bit because like the name changing, the names child, the whole thing, and the going around and around and stuff. It was very like it was like around the mulberry bush and it was very hard to follow. But let's okay. Well, no, I just remember the real story. I remember the story without the name, so now I understand.
Oh, I told you
what you're saying. Yes, you did. Yes. Thank God. Oh, I have no idea what the fuck you were talking about. If I wasn't able to like piece it to connect it to that previous situation.
Man, make me. I had to tell it again, and I forgot I told you.
Well, no, I was. You know what? No, but I was going to ask you about it general, not that particular generally, but because it is a small town, you are so popular, you date, you enjoy yourself, you do enjoy your youth. I know some people might have took issue with a comment I made about youth in the Untitled Palm Springs thing or whatever. But the fact is that because it's such a small town and you're going to have these people and people are going to talk to each other, like how does that really like affect really being able to get to know anyone? And for me, I think like how does it affect you being able to be in the community? Like we were talking about this guy that we both know that you are going to go on a date with soon, right?
Who, me?
Yes, yeah. And and it's what is that? Like
what do I envision?
Who else has he talked to? And then there was this guy that this other guy that you used to talk to. That
me
like
or him?
You. This is you.
Wow.
This other guy you used to talk to. We've established. I don't know how many times we got to say this on the show. But the whole like the theme of the show is you're popular. Okay.
Insert.
All right. Okay. All right. What show was that?
What?
It was like wasn't it like Broadway or something? Popular. Okay. Anyway, was it Alpha? No, it was Wicked, I think. Anyway, shout out to the theater girls.
You're a theater girl now.
And
wait,
listen,
you know who is a theater girl? And I'm gonna just shout her out just one more time, just for the record books. Normally High.
Normally High.
She is a theater girl.
Yeah.
You can catch her. You can catch Norma at 111 Bar in Cathedral City on Sundays and Saturdays, and on Fridays you can catch her at Impala for usually like the drag race viewing, and then again on Thursday at 111 in Cathedral City. Catch my girl, because she is it, and she got her merch, her Normally High shirt. I don't have it on today. You can get one, $25 for a shirt. They're really cute.
Alrighty, I know that's right. Love it. Support the people, baby. Okay, we love to go ahead and just support the people and give and shout out things that we love. This is
not bad.
From a local shop.
A local shop called what?
Emerald and Sage.
Emerald and Sage. Yeah. It sounds cute. Where is it located?
It is located actually across from Toucan.
Across
oh my God, Segway. Okay.
Segway.
So, because I don't want to be talking too much about shopping and stuff like that.
Okay,
anyway, so there was this other guy that you talked to.
Me?
Okay. And
I don't know that.
and
what are you talking about?
Well, just follow me.
Okay, I'll follow you. Okay.
All right, just follow me.
Okay.
So there was this guy that you were talking to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then recently, and he's in a certain type of industry or whatever, right?
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
projects that we're working on.
Yeah.
And it happens to be like just next door. There's another business in the same like industry, right? Like they kind of do the same kind of stuff, and they kind of the same. Well, at least they do the same. Like they all have like little shows or whatever and everything like that. We'll just leave it at that or whatever. And so when I was like hanging out with some of the people like that were like in these conversations, it was like yet another very much like I guess like this almost like very much your type of.
Ooh, so you saw like a daddy for me.
Well, here's
like
the
an older
thing. Here's what
man,
I will
which
say.
is why I
Here's
said-
what I will say.
For the
A
record
daddy-
books, I called him a daddy because he was older than me, not because he was doing nothing else.
What I will say is that a lot of things that I think the broader world, I would say heteronormative, maybe younger, maybe just places, people outside of this like bubble that is Palm Springs, Coachella Valley, that associate with like maturity and you being a daddy. And I've just seen like a lot of little boys might have a business, might have your G-Wagon, might have your house, might have your stuff, but not even deep down. You get that one cocktail on Arena, honey, or you see somebody that you ain't seen naked yet, or naked in a while, honey, and then that little boy, that teenager, there's just a lot of 50, 60, 70, 40, 30-year-old little boys around here. And so I would not call, I would say these people have daddy trappings.
Okay.
But might not necessarily be daddies. I know there's a certain kind of like steadiness, matureness above it. Like my emotion, I can be silly because you are like daddy, you daddy. I can be silly or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think that a lot of these
I don't
guys.
think that's my mental, but
Okay. I don't think a lot of these guys, at least from my point, are mature enough in a lot of ways to commend the daddy thing. Like also I felt daddy like the fade kind of too. Like daddy like he might got the salt and pepper or the grayed out fade.
Wait,
Daddy's older. Daddy's definitely older. Not specifically. No.
Okay.
In this whole general conversation thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. Okay. I thought we were talking about like specific individual.
To be clear. No, and this person is specifically not. But I was just saying that, yeah, like there's a lot of your type here.
Okay.
And I don't know, maybe if you haven't made it around to this one yet, I'll give you the number after the show.
Made it around. Y'all. This man said made it around.
No, but I was like, oh my god, like this, and him. Now, okay, here's another hot take. Now, also those all of your types that are like very like typey or whatever. In my thoughts with them and stuff, like I also wonder, like, oh my god, but like, have you like tried to date each other? Because then I wonder like, if anybody would call them brothers.
No.
That's just how similar. Like, oh my god. I swear he was wearing those shorts. The other guy was wearing those shorts.
Shut up.
Oh my god, that
I'm not playing with you.
I know that tank top had to come from Kmart. Shout out to Kmart.
Shout out.
You know, shout out, you know.
You said what?
I ain't showing up to no gay man.
But
Andrew Christians and stuff like that. I think it's
remember when I had that phone call? That guy that called me.
Yeah, I was trying to get to that one.
Let's get to that.
Let's get to that one.
Let's get into that. I'm a name drop here.
Oh.
I think I can say his name.
Okay.
No, for his safety. And due to my popularity.
Yeah.
We'll leave his name out. Okay. I almost name drop, and I think he would be fine with it, but I'm gonna leave him.
Okay, come on.
I know, I just think about him touching my leg and stuff.
Okay, he wanted to name drop you because he's thinking highly of you
I really
right now,
do.
but he is also thinking that you might get some unwanted attention if his other fans know that he's a fan of yours.
Okay.
Shout out, hold on. We're just gonna insert my song "Fan of Yours."
So my friend, his name is. We'll call.
Oh my
him,
lord!
Wait, we will call him Kevin.
Okay, Kevin.
Kevin is not his name.
Kevin is not his name, and it's important that Kevin is not his name for some obvious reasons, but we're gonna move it on.
Because I think Kevin is his middle name, so we'll just go
Okay.
with that.
Okay.
And it's just so cute.
Oh my
man.
gosh.
Kevin is definitely his middle name.
Oh my god.
He recently lost his father. Moment of silence. And it was really difficult for him. As I imagine it is difficult for anyone to lose a parent and stuff like that. So I've just been like really just trying to support him and be there for him. He was the very first man I told I loved. It was crazy.
He lives here?
No.
Where does he live?
What?
Where does he live?
In the US.
Okay.
He
East
lives
Coast,
in the
West
States.
Coast?
He lives on the East Coast.
Okay, so it's just long distance. Okay.
Mm.
So all y'all people out here in Palm Springs, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. He here. Not that one. It's okay.
And he's just really been like a really good friend of mine. We've been really good friends. And I struggled a little bit here just with the audiences. Oh, sorry. Okay, we're back.
Okay, yeah, so the long-term relationship, you want to give a shout out to Kevin, not
being his real name.
Kevin not being his real
And this
name,
is
because we
something.
do not want to associate you with
Unwanted
anybody
attention.
that you are not associating with. However, I don't think anybody would be wrong to be at least a little bit curious as to why you just
Chose that name.
chose that name.
Oh,
But
let's go to Joshua.
you chose that one a lot too. I just
Okay,
like
then
we
let's
gotta
go
think
to
about like
Connor.
other people. Okay,
Let's go to Connor. We'll call him Connor.
Connor. Okay, Connor's good.
Connor's cute.
Yeah. You want to tell your story again with Connor, or because we did the
No,
story with
I-
Jeffrey, so it's, Kevin.
done.
Sorry.
We're done.
So it's gonna be Kevin.
I live in Connor.
Okay, but so you gotta tell the story again.
Oh yeah.
He's stuck. And this is why this is that shit I be talking about. Oh,
Okay, I'm back.
okay. Welcome back. You could have just went. You're not really back. You were stalling to protect you. Okay, go. Tell your story. Again.
He was the first guy I told I loved.
Yes.
And
How long
he
ago
the
was
first
this?
guy- This was maybe I was in college.
Okay.
So this would have been
Oh, you're forever bae.
forever.
Oh, when y'all reconnect?
Like a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So eventually y'all gonna make it y'all way to each other. He gonna move out here. You gonna move out there, back there.
I'm not moving back.
You're not gonna move back home. Okay, but he back home. He's basically back home. So he's
Not basically. He is definitely back on the East Coast.
Oh man.
No, like truthfully. No, but it just has been really hard to just see him like this. Cause he's
Has he
not
visited?
really-
What is there any else? Has he visited out here?
No,
Are you gonna invite him to visit out here?
not right now.
Okay. Does he follow you on social media?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so glad I changed his name.
We'll call him Forever Love. Oh yeah, play the song Forever Love, cause yeah, I have a song called Forever Love. It's just I write so much about. I'm assuming this is a man's.
But
So
yeah,
you know,
that's
gay love music,
Connor.
Icon City News, Funny Money Rock, all that good shit.
Connor.
Connor. So Connor's obviously able to do his thing. Is Connor popular?
As me, no. So it's very.
What does Connor have the same do?
So
It's just set up as you.
Don't try to take Connor away, and because Connor.
I'm not trying to take Connor out of your head. I think does Connor
feel the same way? Yes.
does Connor feel the same way about you? No, that wasn't my
Yes.
question. My question was, does Connor can do his thing while you guys are making your way to each other? Okay. Is
I don't
Connor
understand making
popular?
our way to each other.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
That's now you're pushing it.
Okay, I'm pushing it. Okay, okay, yeah, no, I think we want to be very clear
Okay. Yeah.
about what we're saying. Okay.
Because the viewers have to say. Well,
Oh, because he would try harder, you would try harder if it was. Y'all would try harder
what?
if y'all were like if you guys had intended to make it back to each other. If that's your intention.
I mean, I was in college when we dated. I had a different mind.
I know, and we're talking about him now.
I mean, I haven't hung out with him like now.
You
so I
haven't
don't
hung out
know.
with last time, but you reconnected with him a year ago after not being connected for how long?
A couple of years.
A couple years. Okay. And it's conversation about long-term relationships and what makes you feel good and who makes you feel good. That's who came to your mind. All right, that's just what that is. What else you got?
That's it.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Okay.
Oh.
Connor, from what I was able to read from this is that apparently he would like for you to make him feel more safe and like this is a serious thing, and you know, if you guys truly belong together, he needs proof. Which maybe Connor does too. Is the only thing that I would also maybe add. I don't know. Why.
Connor said
Connor is what?
single.
Connor is single, and so are you.
Yes.
Okay, and you guys are enjoying that.
Yeah.
And sometimes you imagine that you guys might coincidentally stop being
I
time.
don't think that.
No? Okay.
I don't think.
Why are we talking about him?
Because I don't know. I just had a call from him the other day.
You had a
You ever
call
get
from
those calls? Y'all ever get those calls where they call you and you just think about them and they just make you smile like all day? That's kind of what he do to me. He just makes me smile. That call from that man that make you smile. I don't know your jam. You have a man, so I imagine your man makes you smile. Like, oh no, because they're different.
Makes me smile because XYZ.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to understand the XYZ.
Oh, you want my X, Y, and Z? Why he makes me smile?
Yeah. I smile thinking about the future. I smile thinking about like what we have together. I smile thinking like, you know, I'm just trying to
and this
like
microphone and that lens in front of me.
I'm just saying.
Listen,
And then
this
quite
is the
frankly,
thing.
going back to
know,
this.
I know Connor gonna watch this and he gonna know we talking about him, so that'll be enough for him.
This is enough for Connor.
This is-
Okay, well, I had
But this
said what
sounds
I
to
thought.
Connor.
What I wanted to say. To Connor.
What'd you say? Say something to Connor.
I already said
Tell
it.
Connor something else.
I said that. Like, don't forget about us. It's a Mariah Carey song. And just, I think the point is, have fun out in this world, and just don't forget about us, because he forgot about you.
No, we literally talk every day.
That's nice. That's nice. It's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I shouldn't say it like that because it's really not that serious. But
No, and that I think that's what I do appreciate about people out in the dating world today is that the most youthful is that there is this pursuit of non-monogamy, people taking their time and not, you know, equating traditional having sex doesn't mean you have to have this whole other kind of relationship. And I think all just like how it is to love yourself and others, I think we're on this path to getting better at it. So I think it's cool that you guys are cool. And I
he's my really good friend.
yeah, and that's good to have a really good friend. Sometimes your friend have a really good time. Who is it to mind? Okay.
That's it.
Alrighty. I want to thank you for coming by today.
Thank you for having me.
It's been fun. Of course we want I guess we haven't talked about it. Maybe we can talk about this on another episode, but we really need to figure out like what it is that like you do or like what you got going on, right? Okay, we get it.
Yeah, but we'll get that in the next.
Yeah. We're just gonna tease it. We're gonna tease it though. You know, we're gonna say what's beyond, you know, what some might call a white girl affectation.
Okay.
What's behind the decision to move to Palm Springs, somewhere where you're like a super duper minority. And then, you know, what are your like professional and like, you know, passions and pursuits, and how do you plan to get there? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because Brothers Rising is about highlighting, supporting, and building community about the next generation of Black gay men here in the desert, and I'm so happy that you're a part of it.